guys, today we will be rating candies 1 to 10. Don't have very many, that's enough. So, let's start with these.
Hey guys, so just thought I'd want to update about my salad. So sometimes Hugo and I, when we can put some funds away or whatever, or try to or attempt to, we try to get little meal planners. So our two go-tos are HelloFresh and Inspired Go. So Inspired Go, it kind of helps us, like if Hope's at school and we're medically busy, right? Because we get busy, right, Anna? So there's a lot of things to go with medical knowledge. There's a lot of supplies. So down at the end, there's like a whole unit full of all medical supplies. You know, the fridge with supplies. Supplies, everything. There's supplies everywhere, right? We've got everything everywhere, like labeled. And I mean, you really have to have your setup on the go. And so I know me and Hugo are going through a lot, especially with our company and stuff like that. But sometimes, like with the mortgage company, because they denied him his mortgage insurance due to the fact that he was on Cymbalta medication, which is for mental health. And this was denied after we moved in the house. And then we had a flood the first night we all moved in, and it went all the way to the basement underneath the cement. And then from there, the insurance company was like, nope, we're not going to deal with it. And then we eventually just spiraled downhill from everything. And anyway, so we're working on bringing ourselves back up. We have no idea what we're going to do or what things we're going to do. As I say, it's one step at a time. My mental health is one step at a time. I'm a medical mom. I've been a medical mom for about 15 years. We've been at home. Hey, Nana, we've do a lot of education. We do a lot of medical stuff, a lot of medical training, stay at home with the other kids, take care of their needs. I went through thyroid cancer, which started putting me through, as you can see, probably one of my scars there. And thyroid cancer can help you with having issues with severe carpal tunnel. So yeah, there's another scar from that surgery there. And whoop, I just about lost my salad everywhere, guys. There goes my chickpeas. I guess I opened it somehow. I was trying to figure out how, and I wasn't doing a very good job. Anyway, I'm eating a chickpea, guys. I really like this salad. Thing about this, I know that sometimes people are like, oh, but that's so expensive. Well, 1, I'm saving fuel on going to the grocery store. 2, I have social anxiety. 3, the meal preps. To do meal preps by the time the nurses are here, I try to rest. I'm tired, or I have to get medical equipment. I have to get appointments, or there's supplies or orders to be done, or something going on with the dogs, or we just always have something coming up, applications or this and that, and meetings, and I mean, it's always crazy. So to cut and do meal preps for myself, or even to have the mindset to do it, we end up wasting a lot of food sometimes. And we'll cut stuff where we put something aside, or we forget about it in the fridge. And I found we were just like wasting food more than anything. And we have food donated to us often too. A temple had recently, we were having a bit of a struggle there. And a close by temple, not even my own church, come by. My own church. I don't even really, belong. I mean, I'm baptized into a church, but I just don't go to church. Okay, so anyways, a lot of variations on that opinion of my own, because I don't feel that we should be pressuring people to be something. If we enjoy the church, we should be able to convert if I want to, or I shouldn't have to feel like, oh, I should have to go be converted to your church and be pressured to this. But if I'm happy to be baptized as I am, but I like to join your church now and then, and you know what I'm saying? There's too much pressure in that, which in my opinion causes more diversity in judgments. So that's part of my reasoning for all that. But anyways, let's get back to Inspired Go or HelloFresh. I mean, one of the other two. So with HelloFresh, we found we started using all the meals. They were getting prepped. My older son, was starting to learn how to cook for himself, and he was really getting the idea how to really cook after that. I've taught him, but he really got the idea of how to prepare the food, how to put it together, how to flavor it, how to get it all going and stuff, and how to saute or this or that. The Inspired Go is great for when Hope's in school, because she can just grab a salad, especially if I'm having a busy day, or if I'm just like, oh crap, it's already 11:30. I gotta, try to get, hey, oh, they're opening the door on me, guys. My dogs are sneaky. My house is kind of a disaster. So the Inspired Go really helps us or HelloFresh, because then we are getting a good meal in every so often. People are like, oh, it's expensive. It is expensive. Trust me. I mean, I pay my power bill. I think we just paid, our bill was $600 and our gas bill's over $300. Then we've got medical bills, and then we've got medical supplies, and then we've got normal things that we need to get, normal supplies. And yeah, so I get it. I do really get it. But when I found out the variation of what I'm throwing out of my fridge compared to what I'm actually using from a salad or a prepared meal, because I don't have that time to prepare my meals and put them in the fridge, or when I'm trying, everybody starts eating from what I'm trying to prepare or whatnot. That happens quite often, hey? So we found that this is like beneficial. So when we can do it or order them, it's really beneficial for our family, or the HelloFresh. We just grab the bag. Okay, we're going to make this meal today, or we're going to have this dessert. Sometimes they have pears or fruits that we can, cut up apples with caramel or something like that. But it's really kind of great, because then Hope can be like, okay, I didn't have time to cut up the apples and they went bad. And with this, they're already cut, prepped and all that stuff. And I know people are like, oh, but you can just do that on your own. Sometimes with my anxiety, depressions and things like that, even just to get out of bed, to get myself dressed, Hugo will be pulling me out of bed and literally trying to get me to get dressed, get moving, like, come on, Lisa, get up, let's go. And I just don't have any energy left in me. I mean, Anna, she's 15, she's seen it. Yes, I know, Belly, they left you. I know. Did Daddy go? Where did he go? I know, hey? He just left. Whoa! Oh my gosh, see, that's Belle for you guys. She just flipped my phone. She does that quite often. She'll flip my phone out of my hand. She literally will target it and flip it, and she does it all the time. Hugo thinks it's funny. So anyways, as I was saying, like, sometimes even like it is now, we're hitting the time right there, you can see, and I have not eaten a meal yet today. Tell you the truth, I think I had a beef jerky stick or something like that. Can tell you what my appetite's like then throughout the day, in most days through my depression or PTSD, which is hard on my family, because then my family's like thinking, they start following my routines. Okay, mom's not eating, and then it becomes a pattern. And I'm really trying to encourage my family, look, there's prepared salads, eat. If I'm not eating, that's fine, like, and it really trying to becoming more encouraging to my family. It's really hard to, yes, I'm very overweight, very obese. My stomach is like, it's thyroid disease that I have causes me an extreme slow metabolism. So I could go to the gym, do the same workout for 2 weeks that somebody else will be doing, and they could lose the ultimate amount of weight, and they'll be like, look at all the weight I'm losing and shedding. And I'm like, I haven't even lost a pound yet in that 2 weeks. So, I mean, that goes to show how, and I'll be doing the same thing, eating the same thing, doing the same routine, and my metabolism just is like, I'll get there. Anyways, so this is one of my favorite salads, guys. It has chickpeas, it has cucumbers. The dressing is kind of really good. It's like a balsamic type of vinaigrette, I don't know, kind of one. The only thing I don't really care for very much is the onions sometimes, in the Inspired Go. But I mean, other than that, I really love their meals. I really love HelloFresh. And I'm really going to eat pretty soon because I'm super getting hungry now. I did have a mocha today, which gives me 400 calories. My doctor and I have discussed this before. If I don't eat, I get a mocha, and that will give me 400 calories at least of something in my system. So it's like taking an Ensure a day is what he said. So having a mocha from Tim Hortons, I get a large mocha, which is 400 calories, I think it is. And since I had my surgery from my thyroid cancer, it spread to my lymph nodes. So maybe I will flip it around. My hair is really funky, guys. So I will explain it here. I hate being on camera sometimes, but I will go on camera when I really need to vent and be like, hey, I got something to say. But in all honesty, I really don't like being on camera. So back here, my left side of my nymph, right in here, about here, they took out my lymph nodes. You can feel a difference in my neck. I woke up and my neck was feeling so weird versus this side where it's a little bit thicker and stuff. Anyways, I woke up and I was like, my neck feels so weird, guys. And Anyways, they told me that the cancer spread to my lymph nodes, and it was kind of a hit for me, and that they had to remove some of my lymph nodes. And then later on, I started radiation. And after, I was quarantined for 7 days at home, so we had to remove my youngest from the house so that she wouldn't have the attempt to come into the door. And it's kind of, I have to tell you something kind of funny about that. And I know I'm babbling on, like, just totally, like, hey, our story is so dynamic of so many diversities. Like, you don't even know where to start anymore. Anyway, when my cancer, I had to go through a few processes for it to be finally, okay, we got you clear. And, and I come home, I'm like, hey, guys, I'm finally a negative. And my youngest daughter, Hope, started bawling her eyeballs out. Oh, my gosh, she was like breaking down, and she's like, oh my gosh, and we're like, what's wrong? And she's like, but it's negative. And we're like, no, it's a good thing, honey. I know, I gotta get my eyebrows done too, guys. I'm very bad at that, maintaining my eyebrows. I'm not like, everyone else. I just like kind of, I swear if I could be like, I don't know, living like the bohemian life or something on a beach, I probably would. But anyway, so yeah, that, got to be really careful with younger kids, how they intake what's going on during medical procedures and things like that. And because she had been in one of my appointments, and they went on about, my, what happens when it spreads, or this and that, and that they were going to quarantine me for 7 days from the kids. And so she had this bit of a meltdown and process. It was hard on Anna. It was hard on everybody. Even I couldn't even have my dog with me. Like, my dog was not allowed to be by my side, and she's always with me when I'm sick. And the radiation, I had to drink the radiation, so I ended up with 2nd and 3rd degree burns in my throat. I ended up, after the surgery, I had an infection that lasted at least about 3 or 4 months from being intubated. And they finally got a medication to finally get rid of the infection in my throat. And that's what led me to start drinking mocha lattes. So I started going to Tim's because nothing was soothing my throat. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't talk. I was like miserable. My son actually has this little clip of a film because I was laying in bed and he thought I was feeling better, and he's all happy. I had my cancer removed, and he's all, yay, my mom's home and off ready, and I was resting, and he went to go put I don't know, he started drawing on my face with a Sharpie. Don't ask me why. And he was videotaping it in the beginning. And I lifted my head and I was like, to talk. And my son was like, oh, I am so sorry. And I mean, like, it's a moment he felt so horrible. Like, you could see everything in him was like, oh my gosh, I feel so horrible. And at the same time, we couldn't help laughing, but I was so sick. I'm a huge tea drinker, but unfortunately, the tea kept burning my throat, and my son suggested adding milk to it. So I'm starting to drink more tea with milk again. That was something I did every day. I drank big Bubba mugs of tea, like natural tea, all the time. You got to be careful because a lot of tea carry pesticides, all those kinds of things in them. So you got to be careful on your selections. And then, so it led me to drinking the mochas. And since my surgeries, my appetite has been from 1 degree. Either I'll get like super hungry or I'm super not. And so this is like the perfect go-to. It's got everything in it. Anyways, long video, and Anna and I are going to start working on the Phoenix. Where did I put it? Anyway, we're going to work on the Phoenix, and we're going to do some coating of some things tonight. We're going to try adding a trim to one of the Phoenix canvas tonight and see how that works out. And I am going to indulge into this delicious looking meal. And you know what? I love it with the artichokes in it. It's so good. Anyways, that is what I'm going to attempt while everybody else has gone out. And then me and Anna have some other projects that we are going to do. And that is where we're at. Right? Thumbs up. Good job. Look at her. Yes, good job, Anna. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, all our viewers, and thank you for bearing with us. It's been a journey just for us alone to understand, eh? to give thumbs up now, hey? Say thank you. Good job, Anna. Yeah. And her voice is a little bit weak today, so. Oop.
Much of a brat, so I did this to her.
Let's just show you some of the images Don and I are watching. Washington, where the crowd has
She's
been
so
held
hard done
inside.
by.
Some of the signs people are carrying there calling for justice for Nichols.
She's
Also
so
in
vicious,
Memphis,
hey?
Of course,
I'm gonna have
people are
Still
gathering
vicious.
there. The crowd now blocking
Still
Interstate
vicious.
55 bridge. They have been chanting no justice.